Remember, in sociology, there are two types of questions. One, long questions, and second, short notes. Now the big question is it mark fetching or not? What is considered about sociology that if you are not better prepared, then also you will be able to fetch average marks. Now why, when you are not better prepared, how can you fetch average marks? The reason is associated with easy understanding, because the questions will be raised regarding the sociology, referring the thinkers. I don't know the thinkers well, but I am able to understand the question that they are asking about a particular aspect of the society. So in my own words, when I am writing those things, at least average marks comes. But average marks doesn't count in UPSC. You need to have better marks, high marks. For this, just if you are able to develop yourself with the sociological skill of analyzing the things with the sociological perspective, the same content will turn into high fetching marks answer. How? Remember, in sociology, there are two types of questions. One, long questions, and second, short notes. Okay, do you have any idea that how many questions are asked in mains in one paper? Yes, there are 8 questions. That is official statement I am saying. In that official statement, it will be mentioned that it means there are 8 questions in which you need to write any 5. First and 5th questions are compulsory. Remember, they are all official statement, not the exact thing it is. Official statement is that in sociology paper 1 or paper 2 it will be mentioned that there are 8 questions. In this you need to attempt any 5 questions, and in this question 1 and question 5 are compulsory. Remember, question 1 and question 5 are short notes. It means out of 8 questions you have to just write 5 questions. It appears very simple, but the reality is not the same. Remember, in short notes means question 1 and question 5. In question 1, that is short notes, there will be 5 topics, 5 questions to be written in 150 words. Means in short notes you will have to write 10 answers of 10 questions, A, B, C, D up to E. 5 questions in short notes in first and 5 in 5th. And all are compulsory. It is not that in 5 write any 4. All 5 are compulsory. Means 10 questions there. And then you have to write from section A or section B other 3 questions. In that it is compulsory to attempt 1 question at least from either section A or either from section B. Again, these are the long questions. except 1 and 5 question, all are long questions. And in that long question also you will find, just I am saying, question number 2. First and fifth are compulsory. Question number 2 is in long question. But this is also divided into 3 parts. Means 3 questions will be in question number 2. That will be of 20, 20 and 10 marks. Now, just in one line I am saying, in your paper 1 or paper 2, the question is not only 5 you will have to solve. Just go through the previous year question, you will find that in one paper you will have to write the answer of 19 questions. Yes, my friend, not 5 questions. That is a formal declaration by UPSC. But in fact, the candidate has to write 19 questions in 3 hours. Now again, you don't need to have a deep knowledge, you don't need to be an academician in sociology, but you should have a better understanding about sociology. You need to have the tricks to understand the sociology to write in a bureaucratic way. What I use the word bureaucratic way means you should have the knowledge of every topic. You need to have the knowledge of key points of that topic, key facts of that topic, and key concept of the topic. Because remember, in unit 1 and question 1 and question 5, it has been mentioned that each question will be of 10 marks and the answer should be not exceed or answer should be written in 150 words. Remember, just in 150 words you will have to write. And also the longest question, remember 10 marks prescribed 150 words. Then in long question, the highest mark is 20 marks for one question. It means if marks is 20, it hovers around 300 words. 300 or 350 words, not exceed more than it. 300 word is also a very small format. But the longest will have in 300. It means if you have lot of knowledge, but if you don't have the idea what to put in the answer, you can fill the space easily with your words, but that won't fetch marks. What I have said, mark fetching. You can easily fill the whole, you can write all the answers because you are a member of the society, you have your own experience about the society. But they won't fetch marks. Remember, in sociology, no answer is wrong if it is relevant to the question. But again, there are some criteria. You need to fulfill those things. Because you are writing a sociology answer and you are giving the answer of your general knowledge or general studies. So the answer is not wrong, but it won't fetch marks. Now how it becomes mark fetching? You hear that candidates are able to fetch 300 plus marks in sociology. Now we need to give some special attention. Remember, only I am saying special attention, not any special condition. Long question need to be understood. We need to understand the questions. Remember, the same note is there. Going through the same note, some are able to fetch the highest marks and some are not able to fetch that much of marks or have a low marks. Note they have, or the books they have studied the same. Why it happens? That is your knowledge. Knowledge means capacity or capability of understanding the information according to the situation. The same thing happens with the long question also or short notes also. You need to understand that what the question is, what is the demand of the question, what type of answer they want. Just take an example. I am giving you one example. There is a word, alienation, which was given by Marx, Karl Marx. He gave the word alienation. Just for example, I am using it. It is applicable to all the topics. This example is related to the long question. Explain alienation and its impact on the society. I am not talking I am just saying these are the key words. Sorry. I am focusing that how the answer format changes according to the keyword. These are the keywords. Explain and discuss. Content is same. Alienation, alienation. If you go to the previous year question, you will find that some of the questions are starting with the word explain, discuss, describe, critically evaluate. Remember, all these keywords has a format. Content will remain the same, but you need to slightly change the format, then only your answer will be correct. Means not correct, appropriate, because nothing will be wrong. Now tell me, what is difference between the word explain and discuss? I appeal you people that be interactive, be responsive. I love to take lot of questions. Not only take lot of questions, but after 2 days, I will also ask you lot of questions. So we need to be interactive. Anyway, this is an introductory class, but prepare yourself to be interactive. Now, I am saying here, explain and discuss. When the question is explain alienation, the demand of the question is, just consider that the examiner doesn't knows about this element, alienation. You will have to make him understand that what is alienation. Means, when you are giving the definition of alienation, you also need it to give some examples. Remember, examples makes us, or it makes easy to understand the concept. If I have given you a concept and if I align it with an example, with the example you will be able to better connect with the concept. So whenever they say explain an alienation, it is compulsory for you that in your answer, see, you are going to discuss the same alienation. What is alienation? What are the features of alienation? So alienation. What are the pros and cons related to alienation? You are going to discuss it, but you need to explain with some examples that how proletariats, how the working class got affected by alienation, how they lost their friend due to capitalism. Means when the word is explained, you should also add an example, one or two example related to alienation. Now your answer is perfect. Remember, content remains the same. What you have studied about alienation, that is the content. Just slight change in the format makes your answer more appropriate or perfect to the question which has been asked. That is the reason. Anybody says that I have also written in the same alienation, I have also quoted the examples, quoted various sociologists, but my marks was not that much or better than the other. Yes, that other person had just made a soft change because he understood the meaning of the keyword. He gave the example and you just gave a very logical explanation. Your marks were above average but not excellent. Same, discuss alienation. The word is same, discuss alienation. Now what is difference between explain and discuss? Yes, there is a vast difference here. In explain, you give the meaning of the alienation, give the characteristics, pros and cons and all these things. With an example. Answer is perfect. But when they have used the word discuss alienation, now tell me, just right now, I am giving a lecture, but it is not interactive. Although I wanted to discuss the topic, but it has converted to be a lecture on introductory class of Sociology Optional. Now tell me why I am saying this. What is discuss? Can a person discuss alone? If you want to discuss anything, can you discuss it alone? No, minimum 2 or more people are required. Isn't it? To take a discussion, minimum 2 or more people are required. The same thing is here. Discuss alienation means you don't have to just say that what Marx has talked about the alienation. But you need to also talk about Durkheim, Weber or any other scholars who at some time has discussed about alienation. You need to say that, okay, Marx's view was such. On the other hand, Weber, Durkheim says, just take an example. Although I hope that many of you may not be knowing it. Marx considered that capitalism, that is modern industrial society, is leading to alienation. On the other hand, Durkheim said that the modern society, organic society, he used the word organic society, is bringing more solidarity in the society. Everybody is having their own specialization and all in combination is bringing solidarity. Means just contrast to the Marx. Durkheim has another view. Simmel has another view. Means in discuss, more than one scholar should be discussed in your answer. Then your answer will be correct. Don't just jump to the Word alienation, okay, from Karl Marx I have studied it. I have gone thoroughly. I have command over it. I can give the best points over here. Yes, you are giving the best point, but you are missing the instruction. Discuss, explain, describe, critically evaluate, opinion. All these are instructions given to the questions that your answers should be related in the such and such format. All these are instructions given by UPSC. If we follow it, your sociology will become mark fetching. That was about long questions. Means we need to understand the instruction, format, keywords. Yes, later on I will give you the detail about all these instructions or the keywords what I have mentioned. Other to it, if you remember that while I was speaking, I used the word other to it, however, in addition to it. Remember, these are the words, these are the things, these are considered as known as transfer words. Yes, during the classes, not in the initial classes, in initial classes you will have class test, but after 15 to 20 days, I will also let you know that how to go into the advanced format. Remember, even in the long question, some say that, sir, I had followed the instruction, discussion, explain, but another person was able to fetch better marks. Although I got good marks, decent marks, 280, but nearly the same question, the same format was used by another person, and he is hovering around 300. Now, how this difference takes place? Remember always, you should have trust on your evaluator. They are mature enough, they have expertise, as well as they know that these are the civil service aspirant, not the test of lecturers or professors. So they have all the instruction and they follow those things. Although you have explained the things or you have discussed, your answer was correct, that you have gone through the format of explain alienation or you have gone through the format of discuss alienation. Other person also have followed the same format, but the other person fetched better mark than you. That is the second and advanced level. What happened? That when we are writing the answer, you yourself will visualize in the initial stage that you are able to understand the instruction of the UPSC question that, okay, discuss alienation of Karl Marx. You have discussed giving various scholars and wrote the whole answer. And you have fetched good marks, very good marks, but not excellent. Here the transition words acts. What happened when we are writing answer? After introduction, then we come to the body. In body, we go through various paragraphs. And then we come to the conclusion. Remember, when you change the paragraph, a good writer is considered that the evaluator should not feel the jerk. I mean to say that when you are writing, moving from one paragraph to another paragraph, the examiner should not feel the jerk. What is the difference between a driver and a good driver? When a good driver drives, you even near the speed breaker, you don't feel the jerk. The same thing is about your writing answer. You are excellent, you have very good knowledge, but you have not learned the art of transition words. When we are writing an answer, we can say that Karl Marx says such and such thing, then we are coming to another point. Just use one word, transition word. Also he mentioned or also he discussed it in such a way, and when you are changing to any other, you can say, but in contrary to it, Durkheim has mentioned in such a thing. Lastly again, in addition to these two, remember addition, contrary to, like, also, these are the higher level or soft skills while writing the answer. So we'll go to that after, once you are able to understand or develop the sociological analytical skill, then we'll go gradually on those things. So if we are able to fulfill those things, we will fetch high marks. Short notes, just in 150 words. You will start writing and you will find that space is about to finish. So naturally you will have to choose the related information that is knowledgeable to that topic. Again I am giving you the same topic. Alienation. Yeah, before that I would like to explain you. Short notes, it is of two types. Open and closed. Means when you see some vocabulary terms, terminology of sociology in your question 1 and question 5, don't jump to the answer. Analyze, try to understand that it is open-ended or closed-ended. I use the word alienation. Now here, go to the previous year question and you will find that the word alienation in short notes has been used in two ways. Either they use the word alienation or they use the word Marx alienation in short notes. Both are very different, not the same. But we consider that okay, alienation, because in our syllabus, actually direct mention of alienation is with Karl Marx. So our mind says that okay, the word is alienation here. It may be carelessness of UPSC that they have not used the word Karl Marx or Marx alienation, or they wanted, UPSC wanted to see that is the candidate able to identify that alienation belongs to which of the thinker? Wrong way of thinking. Remember, UPSC never tries to instruct you. UPSC, just like a bureaucrat, they instruct you. They are not playing puzzle with you. They are the instructor, they are the boss. They will instruct. Now it depends upon your maturity that how you take it. First I am talking about closed-ended short notes. What happens here? UPSC has given you the instruction because it is short notes. UPSC has given you the instruction that write about alienation of Karl Marx. Direct instruction, closed. Not to think anything about it. They have directed that they have the knowledge that many of the scholars at different stages have studied about alienation, but here I want the answer of Marx alienation, none others. Direct instruction. This short notes is closed-ended, open-ended. Yes, they have not given you any instruction. It means they have given you the liberty to write frame your answer as you wish. As you wish means it should be in a relevant way. Because in your syllabus, Marx has been prominently aligned with the concept of alienation. So you should start your alienation with Karl Marx. It is logical. You are not going out of syllabus. You are not giving importance to any other. Because your syllabus has given importance to Marx related to alienation. So you are starting your alienation with Marx. And then not you are discussing about Marx. You are also talking about other scholars related to it. Weber, he has also talked about alienation. Merton considered that biggest source of alienation itself bureaucracy. So various, Simel and others, various scholars have talked about it. You should mention at least 2, minimum 2, maximum 3. Not more than it. Otherwise, your answer will not be analytical, it will become factual. Got it? So, when it is open-ended, you need to identify it. When they are not using the name of the scholar, they are not trying to see that you have the ability to identify or not. Actually, they want that take the liberty to explain and correlate with other scholars. This is open-ended. So, if we are able to write short notes on this basis, this technical basis, if we are able to follow all those things, easily you can approach 300 or 300 plus. Because you will find that maximum students are not able to follow these technical things. They just directly jump to the matter, the subject matter. They have seen a particular word, social fact, alienation or anything. They know that, okay, I have studied the note. Yes, notes, what you have studied, that is very good. You have the command, but you need to command on your answer writing practice. You need to understand, try to understand the question. Many times some of the students ask me, sir, how to understand the question because nearly they are very much similar. I say that yes, they are very much similar, just go through the instruction related to it. In short notes, is it open-ended, close-ended, in long time, long term, what is the keyword they are trying to say? So yes, if we follow these things, naturally sociology is a mark fetching.